and welcome back to the Bad Friends podcast. My name is Thomas Murphy, and I'm joined as usual by Connor Keneally. Connor, how's things?
Okay. We've been gone for
We've been gone for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know why, we just didn't record.
Yeah. A lot's happened that we've taken down. Some of the topics we may not speak about because they might be a bit stale. But yeah, we may as well talk about this. I'm not sure which one to start with. I think we should start with the YouTube side of things. Just get it done and over with.
Yep.
Can you stop sending in your drawings of Fat Yoshi?
I was asked what I drew. Okay.
So, in case you missed it, because we did cover it last podcast because it had just been announced. But KSI versus Logan Paul are having a rematch in America in November. Blah blah blah. And they had a press conference.
And it was shit.
It was really bad. I wanted to make a video on it, but like it's actually bad. Like Alright, so I saw a lot of flack being directed at Shannon Briggs.
Yes.
As there probably should be.
Yep.
But to be
Shannon Briggs, if you don't know, is the guy is Let's Go Champ Man.
Yeah, he's Let's Go Champ Man. But I understand it's his catchphrase and everything, and I was expecting to say it, but like, what are you laughing at?
You're so disappointed.
I am. Like, I wasn't expecting much. Let's be honest. It's a YouTube press conference between KSI and Logan Paul. I wasn't expecting like top tier like entertainment.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh man, we got like 10 Let's Go champs without Shannon Briggs even taking a mic. Like, I found it so weird that we could hear Shannon Briggs, like when KSI and Logan did their extremely long and extremely awkward face-to-face.
Yeah.
We could hear Shannon Briggs clearer than KSI or Logan.
Yeah, because Eddie Hearn had the mic, and Shannon Briggs was standing right beside him, screaming, but not like into the mic, but pretty much. But we couldn't hear anything JJ or Logan was saying.
It's okay. So the obvious like joke that can be made is that Shannon Briggs' expense, because he was just a massive idiot. But the two other people I kind of want to criticize are well, first Logan, because I think he was just he was really
Logan was terrible. Logan for the last fight, the last press conference, there was clearly like some sort of, not really like a script, but some sort of like
direction
way to keep things flowing.
Yeah.
But this time it was just pretty much, it was as if they had just been told, go on the stage and argue.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, they clearly had their stuff prepared, but it was so unorganized that it just felt like it felt like a playground insult.
Yeah. Like, it was, Logan was actually doing okay at the beginning with his whole like, yeah, where's Deji? Where's your family? All this other stuff. That was the obvious go-to, and I knew that was coming. But then he just goes, by the way, JJ, you're looking pretty thick and you smell like herpes. And I was like, okay, it's going downhill from here, to be honest.
Big brain time.
Like, what else did he say as well? That was just, JJ has no dick. JJ has no dick. Why?
Yeah. And it's not as if he got the whole crowd cheering. It was literally just him and Jake.
Just him.
And his mother.
Yeah, like, JJ's like, oh, ask your mum, and his mum comes on stage and goes, no. Oh, it was so bad. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna criticize JJ that much, because I don't know if you saw his video.
I saw his video. JJ did pretty well.
He said,
And he explained why it was pretty shit as well.
yeah, he said that he knows he was pretty bad, but it was because they were told to make it more professional, and then you had Logan saying JJ has no dick, JJ has no dick, and he was just there sitting quietly like, and then as soon as JJ made a pretty good dig at Logan in the Kong one, that's a good dig, not as in like it was right for him to mock it, but it was a good way of getting in.
But it was, yeah.
And Logan's just like, oh, I can't believe you said that. You've ruined my day.
Yeah, Logan literally spent. So, JJ spent the first couple of minutes of his argument, or whatever, talking to Jake.
Yeah.
About fighting Gib, and not fighting Gib. And Logan was so he was so wanted the attention to be on him that he was literally screaming into the mic, "Talk to me! Look at me!"
Yeah.
And he was like, "What? You're talking to the guy that you're not even fighting?" But Logan had spent most of his talking about Deji
and Vidal.
Yeah.
Like, but I wanted to start a bit of a conversation about this. Is what's your overall opinion now on Eddie Hearn and the more professional DAZN direction with the press conference out of the fight itself?
I think it's okay that they want to bring it to a professional standard, and the what is it, 10 ounce gloves?
Yeah.
And no head guards. No head guards. I think that's good. I think that's going to make it a better fight.
And I think, especially considering how the last one ended, people just want a knockout.
Yeah, people want a knockout, and I do think someone is going to get knocked out in the fight.
Yeah.
But taking away all the YouTubers apart from JJ and Logan so far, at least, I think that was a big mistake.
Well, I just think Eddie Hearn is too easily swayed by the size of a YouTuber. That's why he's having KSI-Logan and not someone like Gib, or I'd say even if Joe Weller wanted to fight, he wouldn't put Joe Weller on the card again.
Yeah, no, I don't think he would.
But he's said he's considering Jake, if Jake can find an opponent. And to be honest, I see the only one that can actually happen. And as much as I would love to see Gib, I just think Eddie Hearn will only let him fight if he fights Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
Because he's a pro fighter.
Yeah, but did you see Jake Paul's tweet about voting for who would fight?
Yeah, and then it was prior to the results.
Yeah, so the options were Gib,
Face Sensei,
FuziTube, Jeff Whittick, and Dylan Dennis.
And Soulja Boy, I think, was one of them as well. I think there was 6.
Yeah.
If it's the 6th one, then it was probably Soulja Boy.
Yeah. Okay. No one cares about fucking Soulja Boy. Nobody cares. He hasn't been relevant since he made that song.
Yeah. He hasn't been relevant for 10 years.
Okay. FuziTube, no one wants to see him fight because he's only been fighting for a month tops.
Yeah, and he beat Alex Wasabi.
Yeah.
He's also I think 20 kg less than Jake, so if Jake wouldn't knock him out, it would look really bad.
Yeah. Face Sensei is an MMA fighter.
Yeah. And
I don't think that would be.
He destroyed the guy.
He would destroy. Yeah, and he would definitely beat Jake.
Yeah, it wouldn't be much of a money fight. It would just be before it even happened. Oh well, that's a win for.
Yeah. Jeff Whittick, I think, would be a pretty interesting fight.
Yeah.
Do you know who Jeff is? Like,
I know fleetingly through his association with Cody Cohen, like the barbershop thing he does.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
watch David Dobrik, so I don't really know him that as well as you would. But
Jeff is like, he's a tough guy. Like, he's been to prison.
yeah,
But he's like a real gym guy. He's super fit. He would be like, if they're in the same weight range, which I'm not sure if they are, him and Jake, I think that would be a very interesting fight.
yeah,
But again, I don't think Jeff would be big enough. If it wasn't a fight about who has the most views or subscribers, if it was just Jake Paul, the man Jake Paul versus the man Jeff Whittick, rather than the companies, the corporations,
yeah,
that would be an interesting fight. But I think Jeff is just too small at the moment.
yeah. But but the one we purposely dodged around is, for me
Gib.
anyway, this is the money fight. This is the fight I want most. I want it more than KSI-Logan at this point.
Yeah, totally.
That's Gib. Because
Gib would.
It's not.
It would just be such an amazing fight.
It's not set in stone. Gib could get drops just as handily as he could drop Jake.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
It's not like.
and because it's basically the entire UK YouTube scene willing him on. Like,
Yeah.
if especially because, as Joe Weller said, I think if they really want to market the whole US versus UK thing, Gib is the person.
Gib is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in Jake's video about the fight, Jake's being such a pussy about it.
Yeah.
He's like at the press conference, he was going, "Who the hell is Gib? I've never heard of this guy."
Yeah.
But then in his video, he commented on Gib's fighting style, so he's clearly studied
Yes.
Gib, and that means he's clearly considered fighting Gib.
Who the hell is Gib? Who the hell is Gib? And then literally 2 seconds there, it was like his fighting style is up over the head. It's like,
So because he's watched Gib fight, that means he's definitely considered fighting him.
and I think
But-
that if he has considered fighting Gib though,
He
not.
thinks he's gonna lose.
yeah.
So
If he thinks
Like-
he's gonna lose to Gib,
I don't think, me personally, I don't think Jake's gonna fight Gib. I don't think the fight's gonna happen because
I think
Jake is too much. He's too afraid of losing and being humiliated by it. Like with Logan and JJ, I think if they lost, they'd obviously
they'd run with it just as well as if they won. They just run with it.
yeah, they'd. I'm not saying they'd be comfortable about it or they'd be happy about it, but they wouldn't be like, "Oh, this is such bullshit." Like when JJ especially. I don't know about Logan, but for the last fight, JJ was well able to critique himself afterwards.
Yeah. Well, Logan was as well. He still is okay for critiquing himself. He's like, "Oh, I didn't work well enough with my cardio." And then if they feel the need, if there's actually people who want it, they can even do a third. If they really felt the need,
Yeah,
like 2
like-
years in the future or something. But
yeah,
I think Jake is only gonna fight if he knows he can win. So he's gonna fight either Fuzi or Soulja Boy, and Eddie Hearn is gonna be like, "Nah, I don't know either of those people, and they both can't
Well,
box."
I think Eddie Hearn would let Soldier Boy fight
I suppose
because he's technically a mainstream celebrity,
yeah,
even though mainstream is soon mainstream and YouTube will be the same thing,
oh yeah,
and current mainstream media won't be mainstream.
yeah,
But just going back to Shannon Briggs, and you mentioned Vidal.
oh yeah,
There's a possibility that the two might be fighting,
that would
which I would definitely love to see that.
No,
because
I'd love to see it, but not because it would be a good fight, but because
just
Vidal
because
would
of
kick the hell out of him.
yeah,
I know
like
Shannon Briggs has a reputation. He's a 2-time world heavyweight champion.
I have his he's a heavyweight, right?
Yeah,
He's 6'4", so that's tall. He's 203 centimeters. His reach is 203 centimeters, which is huge.
yeah,
He's total fights 68. He's won 60 of them. He's lost 6. He's drawn 1.
yeah.
He has 53 knockouts.
Yeah, and he has like 30 in the first round or something like that.
Yeah.
He has like
So
he was meant to have really good knockout power.
he is the record. He's the most knockouts in heavyweight history.
Yeah.
So he is definitely well known in the boxing community.
Yeah.
But
he
hasn't. He's retired. He's 47.
Yeah.
So he's out of training. I assume he hasn't been training. Obviously he's training Logan, but I don't think that he is fit. Whereas Vidal is in the peak fitness of his life.
Yeah.
Vidal had a fight like 2 or 3 months ago, so he is definitely.
And he won that fight in like the first 30 seconds or something.
Yeah. So, like, the excitement for that fight would probably be equal to the excitement for JJ versus Logan.
Yeah.
But
that would probably be a fight that could bring the like legitimacy that Eddie Hearn wants.
Yeah. But like there's no reason to have that fight other than because Vidal fired the shot at Shannon.
Yeah, just the one shot.
Just the one. He said one line. He said one sentence to him, and that's led up to them fighting, possibly.
But yeah, like what's his name? Billy Joe Saunders has been confirmed. I think he's like, he's like a world champion as well. But he's like gonna be fighting on the undercard. He is the WBO super middleweight champion.
Okay.
I'm not sure who's he fighting against. I can't tell who he's fighting against. But all I know is he's fighting on KSI-Logan too.
Okay. So like, there's a lot happening, and there's still a lot undecided. And the UK press conference has been cancelled.
That was so bad.
It's such bullshit. It's totally unfair. I really hope that they can arrange one. But
it's unfair as well, though. Like,
yeah, it's totally one-sided.
If last year the fight was on the UK, so they obviously had the UK press conference, and the year before they also had the American one, for the same fight. If they're having a fight in America, then they should surely have a UK press conference as well, just to even things out.
Yeah, I reckon they should have had the UK press conference first. Because the fight's on in LA. So then, whatever amount of people will go to the UK conference, Logan would be away from home. He'd probably get destroyed at the conference. Then, people would see that. Probably a bigger crowd would go to the second one to see, what are they going to say now? And Logan would be in his home ground, so he would have more supporters, and it's his home ground, and it's closer to the fight. So I think it would have made more sense if they did it that way.
Yeah.
From Logan's point of view, anyways.
Yeah, I've just found like an article of Billy Joe Saunders talking about it, and he said people are talking like about it and saying, "Oh, this is a disgrace." First of all, both him and KSI, him obviously being Logan, are they the best fighters in the world? Technically, definitely not. But do they deserve to be in the position they're in? I'm going to cut to the chase. Yes, because anyone that put themselves in that situation with big companies like they're clearly clever businessmen. they're not the best fighters, but their audience is buying into it and it makes money. So you've got to take your hat out to them. And he said that he's not well known in America, so it would make sense that he wouldn't be up at the top of the card because it wouldn't draw.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for it, to be honest.
Yeah, I am getting more excited for it, and I do have to start looking into who is on the undercard.
Yeah.
Because I reckon those undercard fights, they will be good, I think.
And they will hopefully actually do what they want this whole event to do, which is attract people into boxing.
Yeah. Which, you know, it's always a good thing, people getting into sports.
Yeah.
Anyways,
right.
Let's move on.
We spent a while on that. Let's.
What do you want to do next?
Screw it. We'll talk about what you did last week. So, last week, this day last week was it? The climate strike.
Oh yes. This day last week, Friday. It was Friday the 20th. There, all over the world, there were youth climate strikes in pretty much every city in Europe, every major city in Europe. They were to raise awareness for climate change before Greta Thunberg, the 16-year-old Swedish girl who has Asperger's, and is the leading, probably right now, the leading person in climate action.
Yeah.
Before she spoke in front of the United Nations. It was weird. It's weird being at a protest.
Yeah, you were kind of like running it though, like you're like the younger people were running. It wasn't like there was some.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like a. It was run by the oldest person there. I mean, there were a few people there with their kids, like, but like leadership wise, people like running wise, oldest there I'd say was 21.
Yeah,
they all seem to be like college students.
That's like that's a good thing though, because it's like.
Oh yeah, it's an incredible thing. But if you take if you just look at it, it was a weird experience. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. So I was supposed to get the bus at 12 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
From my school into Galway to be there for 1 o'clock, which is when it officially started.
Yeah.
So I signed out of school at 5 to 12 because the bus goes pretty much from right outside the school. But when I got to the bus stop, it was not there. So my mother drove from the school down along where the bus goes because she was like, okay, we'll just catch you at the next stop or whatever. And I was like, that's cool, thanks mom. But the bus was way ahead of us and we ended up driving out to my house. And mom was like, I was stood at the end of my road, right, which is where the bus stops.
Yeah.
Mom was like, okay. So we weren't, at this point, we weren't sure if the bus was ahead of us or behind us. She's like, okay, wait here. If it's not here in like 20 minutes, you can just go home. I was like, okay, sound. And she drove back in to her school. She teaches in a different school in the town. And she was like, I didn't see any buses on my way back in. And I was like, okay, fuck it, I probably missed it. So I went home for an hour. I was thinking, fuck. I was like, I'm missing most of the strike. So I went home anyways. I got the bus an hour later. And I got into town. I got into the city. And there was nobody around. I was like, where the fuck is everyone? And then I rang. One of my friends was there. I rang her. And she was like, I couldn't hear any. I could hear like nothing she was saying. She was like, yeah, we're just down the street. She was shouting. All I could hear was screaming. And then she was like, yeah, we're out. And she said, whatever, shop. So I went down and there was like 1,000 people down there. There There's so many people there. So all students in all different uniforms. They all have posters and everything that they made themselves, and it was really cool. And then we walked down the street, and then we went down to the river where they did some speeches and that, and we had like a minute's silence or like a sit down or whatever. And then we walked back up doing more chants, and we got right to the front. I was at the front of the what would I call it? The parade? I don't know. And it's very weird. There's a lot of weird people there. A lot of hippies and a lot of stoners and a lot of just strange people. Like, I don't mean anything bad by this, but you know when a person is dressed like a certain way and you can tell that they're just kind of strange.
Yeah.
For example, there was a guy there with a big like curly afro, and he was like 4'11". He was really short guy with a huge afro, like John Lennon, like, you know, like the Harry Potter glasses, the round ones. He had a white shirt on, a green, or was it green? It was like a real dark green waistcoat, matching trousers, brown shoes, and like a pocket watch that was like chained to his belt buckle, or like his belt loop on his trousers and in his pocket. He was like really close to me.
Yeah.
And he kept turning around looking at me. I wasn't like saying anything to him, but he kept turning around and looking at me, and I was like, I just kind of ignored him. But I think he was reading my sign. And I brought 3 signs with me. One of them was like a proper one. The other one, you know, it was like, you know, the first one was like a proper like protest sign, and then the second one was like it was like 22 degrees in September. Something's not right here. And then the third one, I got really lazy and I just scrawled in pen. I was like, not gonna lie, this is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
So I think he was kind of giving me like dirty looks, and I was like, okay, fucking, I don't really care. But then somehow I ended up, I think I put this on my Snapchat story. Did you see it? I ended up leading the chants.
Yeah.
So I got there an hour late, but somehow managed to get to the front of the whole entire thing and lead about 1,000 people in a chant. It's so insane to have that experience, to just shout something and then a shitload of people behind you shout a response to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very good. It was very enjoyable, and it was for a really good cause.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really see or hear Miss Thunberg's speech at the UN.
Yeah.
But
I'll try to put it up so I can get
the meeting was in America, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I heard she sailed to America. She didn't get a plane, she sailed.
And then
How long did it take her?
train.
Like 13 days it took her or something?
Yeah.
Which is insane. And then she got the train from like wherever, probably New Jersey or something, where she landed, to like Washington.
Yeah.
So she's really... But the thing that really fucking... So many people gave her shit online.
Oh, I know.
So many, like a huge amount of people.
I'm trying.
Including quote unquote Ireland's sweetheart, Ryan Tuberty.
Oh, I have that pulled up already. I have that.
Do you have it? I haven't. I didn't hear what he said, but I just heard people giving out about him.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah. Yes, the presenter does just this on Tuesday on his Radio 1 TV show, saying he felt a little uncomfortable at the sight of a teenage girl addressing a global audience with her face contorted in pain, agony and anxiety, and wonders how he'd feel if it was his own daughter. Noting that Thunberg has Asperger's syndrome, he adds, "I don't think she should be on that stage. It's not good for her mental health and well-being." In fairness, Tubby sounds concerned rather than dismissive, worrying that someone Thunberg's age is up for grabs, and he says something like, she should go and like go for a walk with her mom. She needs to be brought home and just watch a movie, he says, with the 16-year-old. It didn't feel like it could have come from her own pen.
Mr. Tuberty, what the fuck are you doing about climate change? You old vulture fuck. Literally, I don't know one person younger than 40 who enjoys Roy Tuberty.
Oh, no one does.
Like,
it's become almost a yearly tradition now for us to
hate him at Christmas time.
For the, like,
so he has if anyone like doesn't know, he does a show every Friday night called the Late Late Show.
Yeah.
And around Christmas time, he does the Late Late Toy Show, and this has been going on for like 60, 70 years.
Yeah. Just the host changes every so often.
And well, Ryan Tuberty has not been hosting since the 1970s. Well, not the 1970s, the 1950s. So another tradition on the Late Late Toy Show. So what it is they get a load of toys for free from charities and like toy shops, and they give them to children, and they showcase. It's for parents to see what they can get their kids for Christmas.
Yeah, and that's why it's on like in November and not December.
Yeah. And a tradition is for the host. You know, they get like young children
to
talk
about the toys.
You know, children probably between, what would you say, 5 to 13.
Yeah.
You know, they get like the older kids to do the video games and the fucking
books,
the Lego and all that shit, and the books, and then they get the younger kids to do the dolls and the fucking
whatever
Hot Wheels, whatever. What do kids play with these? I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I played a Hot Wheels. It's like, I don't know. So, a tradition is for the host, whoever he may be, or she, well, there hasn't been a female host yet, is to mock the children whenever they get the opportunity.
Yeah.
And also, and to just disrespect their opinions.
Just be essentially.
Just be a bit of a dickhead. So, you know, all the adults, all the parents are like, haha, that's hilarious. And all the parents watching are like, that's really funny. And all the kids watching are like, wow, fuck you, Ryan Tuberty. So, it's not like kids loved him before this anyway. But it is, you know, I don't think he gets a right to put her down like that.
Yeah.
Just because he has a radio show and a TV show.
Yeah, but like, I just have one singular quote is all I can find for some reason, and it says, when will you recognize the necessity of the enormous task which must start now, or will you say nothing and do nothing? And
that's from Greta Thunberg, isn't it?
Yeah. But
yeah.
Thunberg's speech was damned by many. A Fox commentator responding to the speech by calling Thunberg a mentally ill Swedish child who is being exploited by her parents and by the international left.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
And he was banned from ever coming back on Fox News.
Fox News are finally doing something right.
Well, why wouldn't they? He just literally just mocked a child for her world, and for having Asperger's syndrome. Yeah.
So obviously, he should fuck off. Yeah, there's not really. The UN conference, it was a huge deal, and it's very important, but it's not like there's a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah.
It's not like you can have you can have a conversation about it, but you know, it's very detailed, it's very complex, and it's not something you can just kind of chat about for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, there's not really much to say more about it.
We could do a full podcast on this.
Yeah, we could.
Like,
yeah. You know, if we were going to talk about it properly, that's what we would do.
But
right now,
so much of this podcast in the last few weeks to this situation.
To climate change. So, just like, that's just a little update, I suppose.
Yeah, a little update from us.
So, right next, do you want to do emails?
I was literally just opening up because I was thinking we should probably do them. I'm trying to figure out, like, what was the last one? Because I remember the last week we did one, we left one out, apparently, that had been sent in. So,
I think we have 3. I think the most recent 3 are the ones we haven't done.
Yeah.
Well, just check what day the last fucking podcast was uploaded, and then we'll be able to know.
I think it's the last 4.
The last 4.
I remember the first one because we kind of like laughed about it. This is not because it's a bad question. We kind of just laughed about it because I said luncheon instead of lunch.
Okay, so the question is, what's your favourite and least favourite subjects in school, and why? And Connor. So the day. No, we were just talking about this question after we recorded.
Yeah.
So the day we recorded in school, or was it? No, it was when we were chatting about it, and I was like, "Oh, yeah," and I don't know. I said the word lunch. No, I said the word luncheon, and Connor immediately quotes Steven's hams. He goes, "Hope you're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon." Like, literally within a second of me saying the word. So this question just like set us off last week, yeah. So I mean, that's irrelevant to
it's irrelevant to the question, but it's just a funny story.
It's not even a funny story, it's just a funny experience. Okay, for my favourite subject in school is probably music, because I'm really good at playing music.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to get points. So
mine's probably English. I can't explain why.
Yeah, I like English as well.
English or history, I'd say.
Yeah, me and Connor subside each other in history. We have a really fun dynamic.
Yeah. But least favourites. Oh, I could go on about this all day.
Oh, I have a feeling you're going to say French.
It's either.
I did not enjoy our French lesson today, by the way, Connor.
No, it was abysmal. Me and Small sit next to each other in French as well.
It's a less fun dynamic,
because I just am so out of the loop with maths since basically we
first year.
So I basically snapped.
I'm back in like second class level maths.
Yeah.
Like long division is the furthest I can go. Here's a wild card for a least favorite subject: religion, because it's fucking pointless. All we don't. In our school, it's not an exam subject.
Yeah.
So we don't do an exam. It's literally just a filler. We don't. For me, in our class, anyways, we don't do any religion. We just sit in the classroom for 40 minutes. Well, we might watch a documentary about prison.
Yeah.
Or something weird like that.
I'm gonna just preface this before we go too far. We're not saying religion.
Oh yeah, no. No way.
Pointless.
Sorry, Jesus Christ.
Just
Sorry,
in
no.
case someone would take it that way. That's not what we're saying at all.
The subjects in my school, in my year, is pointless because, yeah, obviously. Sorry, I'm eating a sweet. Yes, obviously we should learn about different religions, different cultures, but that's not what we do. We go to a Catholic school, So any like proper religion classes we do actually do are all about like Jesus and the fucking apostles.
Yeah.
But like that's not what religion class should be in schools, especially these days. Because there are plenty of lads in my religion class that I know for a fact are not Catholic.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people who are like agnostic, atheists, and just people of multiple different religions.
Yeah.
And the fact that we still just put all our eggs into the Christianity basket is,
it's a bit
for a school that
fucked.
likes to mention its inclusivity so much, it's bad. Let's just hope none of the teachers in our school ever find this podcast till we leave.
Yeah, especially my French teacher.
Oh yeah.
Because in previous podcasts, I've definitely exposed myself as a fucking liar in school.
Yeah. But
Anyways,
we'll move on to the next one, I suppose. If YouTube didn't exist, how much do you think that would change your lives, and do you think you'd find an alternative?
well, here's a loophole. If YouTube didn't exist, my life wouldn't be affected at all. Because if YouTube never existed, my life I wouldn't miss anything. But that's an asshole answer because I know that's not what you meant.
That's really pretentious answer to most.
So if YouTube like shut down and was no longer available anywhere, I wouldn't really be that affected. Because I don't have my own YouTube channel. All the YouTube that I watch, I could probably easily find it somewhere else. Or yeah, I could just not watch it. All the YouTubers that I do watch probably set up accounts on other platforms, so that'll be fine. But you, Connor, would be affected.
It's like my number one hobby. So that would just disappear. Also,
Connor would go from having something to do to
nothing.
sitting in his room.
I would literally
sitting in his room all weekend,
play
the same spot.
Oh man, for me, as much as I'd like to say I would find an alternative, I've been trying to find an alternative because when I come home, a lot of people, like the rest of my family, just will watch like Netflix or will watch TV or play video games. I just watch YouTube for like 3 hours. Like
the only thing, because YouTube is just ahead by such a huge majority.
Yeah.
Like, massive. But the only thing I think that, from a watcher's point of view, would be Twitch.
Yeah. A lot of like I see a lot of gaming channels would just flock to Twitch or Mixer or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't think a lot of people have that sort of a spark anymore. Like I would really struggle if Joe Weller was just snapped like away, like he wasn't on YouTube, because I don't think he goes to Twitch. I don't think that would really suit him.
Yeah, it wouldn't translate because his content needs to be edited.
Yeah.
A game like when you're playing a video game, it doesn't need to be edited. I suppose because a live stream and a video have a different sort of atmosphere to them.
Yeah.
A live stream is a lot more relaxed. It's a lot slower paced. A lot of videos are actually just highlights of a live stream.
Yeah.
So, but
it would actually just make a YouTuber's life way easier if they were only streaming.
Yeah, but
with someone
easier
like
in the fact that they don't have to do any editing, but a lot harder in the fact that they have to prepare so much more beforehand.
Yeah. Like someone like Joe Weller, True Geordie, even like most commentary channels like Pyrocynical. I think it'd be hard for them.
I think True Geordie would do well on Twitch because podcasts don't need to be edited. What editing do we do on this? We put in music.
Yeah, I suppose he could just keep putting them up on like Spotify and iTunes and them.
Yeah. If YouTube shut down, we'd probably move to Twitch.
Yeah.
But you know, I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Because if YouTube shuts down, that probably means Google has gone bankrupt, and I don't see that ever happening.
Yeah.
So we don't really have much to worry about. But that was a good question. That's a good hypothetical.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Next one is
Jason.
Any pet
Any
peeves?
pet peeves? Yes, I do. You have some, don't you?
You'll probably know them better than me.
Yeah.
Annoyed by.
You go first, because
I really okay. I know this is like gonna be the most basic pet peeve. Man, I hate smokers.
oh yeah,
I despise it like way more than I probably should. It just it really gets on my nerves.
now when you say that, would you stop being friends with someone if they smoked?
No.
Let's say you were good friends with someone,
Yeah.
and they didn't smoke around you, but they do smoke. Would you stop being friends with them?
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Okay.
see it going that far because
I wouldn't either.
most of my friends I'd probably just be like, if I knew they were smoking, I'd just be like, hey, I think that's really bad and stupid, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing about smoking, like, I mean, obviously, I don't like. I won't say I don't like people who smoke, but I don't like.
Yeah.
I hate the smell. I hate the effect that it has on people's bodies that they definitely know about that they just ignore.
Yeah.
I hate people who smoke in a car when I'm in the same car. That I'd actually rather walk than get a lift with you out while you smoke.
Or like if you get in a car with someone who smokes often and they don't even have to be smoking, you just get the scent from the car.
Yeah, their car just stinks of smoke.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And then their house stinks of smoke as well, and it's disgusting.
But
okay, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
One that I have, people who chew with their mouths open.
I was going to say that, but then I thought, wait, I hate smoking way more.
There's one guy that you 100% know who I'm talking about. He does it every single time he eats. And I've tried to, I've asked him to just, hey man, can you just, please stop chewing loudly in my ear? Just close your mouth. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then immediately doesn't.
Yeah.
And then I've asked him a few times nicely. And then I've put videos of him up on my story. to try and, embarrass him out of it. I know that's not, a good thing to do, but I don't really care, because I know him so well that I'm allowed to fucking make fun of him. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. But I just stopped going near him when he eats.
Yeah.
That's my solution, is just avoid him while he's eating.
But,
because it's just the sound. I know it's fairly ironic that I'm currently eating sweets while talking.
Yeah. It's like
it's just, yeah. It's and you can see all the food in their mouth, and they spit out. Especially okay. Chewing gum, I don't care. If you can have a conversation with me while you're chewing gum. That's fine. That's accepted. You know, a chewy sweet. Maybe. Okay. Anything that you can anything where there's a possibility of you spitting it out onto my clothes.
if you're eating
Get the
a ham
fuck out of here. or like
Example.
biscuits, or like it's horrible. Especially, and when the food even is like, it's not even nice food. It's like cold tuna pasta. It's horrible. I hate it.
Well, I know the guy you're talking about, but I know, I think I do anyway. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, it's
another
definitely.
with the relation to eating with your mouth open. I think it's the same person who's guilty of this. I hate slow.
Slow eaters. Yeah, you're thinking of the same guy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This guy, oh my god, he infuriates me whenever food is involved.
Like he's so loud, but it's like,
Yeah, he's dead sound. I have nothing against him. I've known him longer than I've known you.
yeah.
But oh my god, remember my birthday?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I was literally just about to tell the story.
was it my 14th or 15th birthday?
Yeah, it was me, you, and him. That was it.
It was me. Yeah, that was it. It was me, Connor, and this guy. And we went to the cinema. Right, we watched a movie, and afterwards we went across the road to get a burger and some, burger and chips, whatever food. Myself and Connor, I think we all got the same thing, or like pretty much a variation of the same thing.
No, me and you got like chicken goujons, and he got
and he got a big burger,
yeah,
and he's a small guy.
Sugar on my like chips.
Yeah, he got a sugar on his chips by accident. So me and Connor, we're like same height, same weight category. We eat same amounts of food.
And about
this
the
guy,
same speed. Like, we're both really quick eaters.
Yes, like we don't.
We just put it in our mouth and swallow.
Just inhale the food.
Yeah.
This guy, he used to be way shorter than us. He's actually gotten quite tall recently, which is annoying. But you could wrap your fingers around his body. Like, he's tiny. He's the scrawniest person I know. And the amount of food he ordered was like equivalent to both mine and Connor's meal combined.
Yeah.
And he's a slow eater usually when it's like a small amount of food. Myself and Connor were finished in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It took him like an hour and a half, and he didn't even finish it.
He was halfway through, and we were like, Jesus, oh my god.
It's not that. Oh, I just remember sitting across from him, and he like. Another thing, these are just things that this guy annoys me. The way he holds his phone is really weird.
Oh, with the two hands?
Yeah, he puts both of his hands behind his phone and uses his index fingers to scroll and type. So I just got a flashback of myself and Connor sitting. We were like getting hungry again by the time he finished. You got to like sitting across from him, and he had his phone in one hand
I was
and a burger.
starved by the time we finished because I had put sugar on my chips and I couldn't eat them.
You were eating his chips because it took him too long.
Half my chips because when they were dry, like the salt isn't exactly going to make them less dry.
So it's actually going to make them drier, Connor.
Yeah. But like with nothing, just regular chips, and I had like about a quarter of them, and then I was like, oh, I need salt. Let me just put like a I don't even know what container it was in. It was like a teaspoon of sugar over my chips.
You definitely could have finished them as well. There's no way it was like that strong.
Oh, it was so bad. I was like picking them up and like shaking them to try and get the sugar off, but the sugar just left the taste horrible. It was so awful.
Oh my god. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, it's not even that. It's not even that this guy eats slowly. He takes a bite and he chews it and swallows it, and then he waits 15 minutes before he bites it again.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, Jesus Christ. Another thing that I hate is bad grammar.
Oh yeah.
It's not even. You don't really come across bad grammar anymore. Well, you do online, but in real life, people are generally pretty okay with their grammar. But I hate when people are like,
You're wrong, you're. That annoys me.
That annoys me, but I find the people I talk to online don't really do it.
Yeah.
There, and there. That's that's annoying as well. But the thing that really annoys me when people are like speaking out loud is when they go, when you say, "Oh, did you see that movie?" and they go, "Yeah, I seen that movie."
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You saw that movie. Either you have seen that movie or you saw that movie. That really pisses me off.
Alright, so this is the last email we got, and it's the one that I have the least clue as to how I'm going to answer it.
We got this email 9 days ago, Connor.
Yes, Jesus, we are sorry, we are so slow. But what?
Just quickly. Okay. Oh yeah, read out the question and then I want to say something.
I think I know what you're gonna get at anyway, because based on our last
email session.
What's your favorite genre of music, and who do you listen to the most?
Just quickly, Google auto replies. This is like a nice running theme throughout the podcast recently. So I give you 3 autofill answers. This week, I don't know. Who are you? What do you mean? Now, they're pretty good. None of them have ever topped Where Do You Live?
Even who are you? Like,
who are you?
What's your favorite genre of music? And you reply, who are you? But,
I think they take like the first few words, because one of the emails we got was the first word was sorry, and the auto replies were no problem, no worries, and it's fine. So you know,
work most of the time, but not all the time.
Yeah, it's alright.
But
so favorite genres of music. This is tough.
Because the thing is, for me, I don't even listen to albums. I just hear a good song and I think, okay, in my playlist.
That's exactly the same as I do.
It doesn't match with the last song I put in, but it's fine. I could have Megalovania and it could be followed by Through the Valley by Sean James.
On Spotify, something that I think they introduced it recently. It's a Spotify make a playlist for you, and it's called On Repeat, and it's like the songs you can't get enough of right now.
Yeah.
So it's basically your top listened songs. They do another one at the end of the year where the songs you listen to the most every year.
Oh god, I think I know.
Mine right now is so my first 3. Yes, 3. Crown by Stormzy. That's my current most listened to song. Hold Me While You Wait by Lewis Capaldi, and When the Party's Over by Billie Eilish. They don't fit into the same category. And then pretty much the rest of the playlist is lo-fi hip-hop.
Yeah. I've got okay, so this is going through my last couple songs. So I have an MGMT song, the Hawaii 5-0 theme, the state of Massachusetts, 2 songs from the Kung Fu Panda soundtrack, Super Mario 64 music, Back in Black by AC/DC, Unlike Me by Will Smith, Hooked on a Feeling by Bruce Weed, and The Last of Us main theme. That's in my last 15 songs. I go from a Mario 64
Back in Black
song
to Mario 64. Okay, my most recent song is time. How do I think of these songs? So, All I Want by Codaline. I know how I thought of that song. I heard it in an Instagram video. Funk Soul Brother. You know that one?
Yeah,
Fuck, so brother, check it.
I used to listen to the
That
whole
song came
song.
out in like 2004.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard it. Maroon 5's new song, Memories. That's pretty good. Two of Stormzy's new songs. They're pretty good. And then Can I Kick It by a Tribe Called Quest, which came out in like 99.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're not as varied as yours, but they're still pretty varied. And who do I listen to the most? I suppose this is probably easier for me to answer than you, Connor, seeing as yours is like
Completely.
genres are probably like video game music, various artists. I don't know, is there a way to check your most listened to song or your most listened to artist like right now? At the moment, I'd say mine is probably Stormzy,
Yeah.
just because he's come out with a few songs recently that are good. Yeah. Okay.
But well, I was gonna say something pretty. Oh yeah, I forget what I was gonna say completely. But yeah, I think that should wrap up our emails.
Emails, yeah.
Regularly scheduled emails. Yeah, as always, thebadfriendspod@gmail.com, link in the description. I should be top of the
Check it out.
Just copy and paste it in, whatever, and whatever you want to ask us, just give us something.
We'll answer it if it's good enough.
Yeah. But
Shout out to our newest subscribers, Key and MG. Thank you.
But what was I gonna say now? Oh yeah, so I think this really should be I think this is pretty much the last topic to cover because I don't really know enough about the majority of the rest of them. But essentially, Spider-Man is now back in the hands of Marvel Studios.
Woo!
Jeez.
Yeah.
After all that.
Yeah, so, like, fucking, they got so much backlash after it. Like, pretty, have other agreement, or more meetings at least.
Or else maybe it was all actually done for the publicity.
Yeah, like maybe, yeah, like that's definitely a possibility, but like who knows?
Who knows with Disney?
Yeah, like they have so much money that they can just afford to do whatever the fuck they want. So, like, I mean, it's not as if there's already a movie made that explained why Spider-Man was gone. It would be a much bigger deal if there had been. You know? Hello?
I also muted my mic. I am very sorry.
Well done. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just happened. Nothing's changed. Like it's literally been
Yeah. So
a month of Sony being spammed with like Save Spider-Man and that.
even though it was Disney's fault completely,
Yeah,
and Sony got all the hate.
but it's just good because it's better for the fans if it just stays the way it is now.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it's for the fans, really, isn't it?
It should.
I mean, obviously, it should be. It should be. It's not, but it should be.
But Kevin Feige has said like, oh, Spider-Man's like not only is he like such a superhero, but he's also one of the few characters to cross over cinematic universes. And with Sony's new thing, who knows? So essentially, what I think they've done is they've probably made a deal of, yes, Sony sound, you can let Spider-Man appear in your Venom movies or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the details aren't really clear yet, but we all we know is that he's back, which is great. It's good to hear.
Even Tom Holland, like, put up something on his Instagram, like the Wolf of Wall Street clip of
I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. That's a great movie. Okay, another thing about characters.
Yep.
Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
What did you think I was going to talk about?
I heard characters and I looked at the RDJ thing you have. Up the top.
Oh yeah, no, that's I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
Mario Kart has come out, and Tom GW is doing shit.
He is absolutely abysmal at it.
For someone who's talking a lot of smack before this game came out,
He's useless.
Tom, I'm gonna speak to you as a person right now. You need to step up your game, bro. You're last in the rank.
He's literally 5,000 points behind me.
So, like, get your head in the game, Tom. I don't know what else to say to you.
But aside from that, yeah, what do you think of it all around?
The game.
Yeah,
I like it. I really like it.
I think it has its
problems.
It's
Like what? I mean, the main thing is it didn't launch with multiplayer.
That's the biggest one, yeah.
That's the big problem. I think it's been done very well other than that.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely worthy of being like recognized as a Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else. You know, with those Sonic apps that they have, they're not worthy of being a Sonic game. No. But I think this is definitely I'd classify Mario Kart game.
It's not just like a cash grab spin-off thing.
Yeah, it is. It's his own game.
Yeah.
So I think it's very good.
But one thing I would just have liked to see more characters at launch as well. That's my only other gripe. I think it is an absolute sin that Wario, Waluigi, and especially Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi's not in the game, but fucking Metal Mario is.
And like Dry Bowser. Pauline.
Yeah, who the fuck is Pauline? Oh, the sweet is really sour, sorry.
Tomas been eating toxic wastes throughout this podcast.
Yeah, I've eaten 4 of them and my tongue's gonna start bleeding. Sorry. Okay.
I think if they just replaced Pauline even with just Luigi, everyone would be like, okay.
Yeah, like, who the fuck is Peachette? They have Peach and Peachette.
I think what they might be doing is purposely not putting Luigi in the game, so later they can put in like Luigi's Mansion like maps and be like,
yeah.
Whoa, look at this, guys! Like when the game dies off a bit.
I think they will do that, which is like it's a good idea, and it's not as if it's a huge,
miss.
If they never add him, or if like Wario or Waluigi, then it will be a big thing. Like, why the fuck is it not in the game? But what they probably are doing, you're right. Like, they're probably saving it for a few months' time.
Yeah, like
when it's trying to die down.
When they've launched this game, they've launched it with Pauline and New York. So I think, and like that rotates every 7 days, I think. So I think they're eventually going to have more stuff coming in. So like Luigi and Luigi's Mansion coming in.
Yeah, and then we might have Wario's Mine and Wario.
And like,
then fucking whatever the fuck Waluigi does. Plays tennis or something, I don't know.
Races around the tennis court.
They got a lot of backlash when they didn't add Waluigi to Smash Bros.
Yeah, so like
that was one of the biggest complaints about Smash Bros. So I think they probably will have learned and just do it at a later stage.
Yeah.
What do you think of the maps on the game?
I think they're okay now. I think
they're good.
There's not one that I'm just like, I never want to play on this ever again.
There's some of them that I don't like, but it's
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of.
I just don't like them because they're not. No, because like is that the New York map from Super Mario Odyssey, or is it just it's an original map?
Thing. The
Okay,
Mario Odyssey one is called New Donk City.
Oh yes, you're right. That's correct. All right. Yeah, like I don't really like the map, but that's just because I'm bad at it. No, it's not because I'm bad at it. It's because I prefer to maps that I played on my Wii when I was 10 years old.
And getting the rush of nostalgia, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And like the old DS ones, like Mario Circuit being from the DS.
Yeah, but if you're just to look at it as a brand new game with no back knowledge, you'd say that the maps are good.
Yeah.
Because they are good. There's a lot of detail in them.
I'd like if, just for one other thing, is if they made them 3 laps instead of 2. But that's just...
Yeah, or maybe if they made them a bit longer.
Yeah.
Because the games are very short. And...
But it's kind of good at the same time, though, because we're in school and it's just like, oh, I've got like 2
Yeah, we just play in school.
Play a game Mario Kart. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a good game. It's enjoyable. Get it and add us.
We
we both tweeted our links individually.
You'll have to
our Twitter accounts are both linked in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
might be it.
I think so. We've covered all our topics, I think, anyway.
Pretty much.
Interest us anyway.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. We're back. I won't say we will have a podcast next week, but we hope to have a podcast next week. If we don't, school's been pretty hectic.
Tweet angry messages at us.
Yeah, and tweet us topics as well. Or DM us and email us and join our Discord and all that good stuff.
It's all
yeah. Like and subscribe, share with your friends. Thanks.
See you in a bit.
See you, bye bye.